Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video we'll be talking about typecasting in Python. So typecasting is converting the data type of a variable to another data type. The data types are string, integer, float, and boolean. So let's make a few variables. Name is equal to baked, age is equal to 20, money is equal to 0.99, and is broke is equal to true. So if I want to check the data type for each of these variables, I could do print type, and inside the brackets I could type in the name of my variable. So let's say name. And if I run this, I'll get the class string, which is correct. I have the double quotes here so Python can tell it's a string. Now if I type in age, class integer, money, it will be float, and is broke will be boolean. So we've identified all these data types, but what if we want to change the data type? Because that's all that typecasting is. Typecasting is essentially just changing the data type of a variable. So suppose I wanted age to be float. So I could say age is equal to float age. And then if I printed age out, now instead of 20, what would I get? I would be getting 20.0. Okay, so this is the type. It's confirmed that it's a float. Let me just delete this. And it's 20.0. The decimal point is what makes it a float, remember? Okay, so now let's look at a practical example. Suppose we wanted to print two numbers out, the addition of two numbers. So let's say a is equal to 1. Keep in mind this is a string, right? And then b is also equal to 1. Both of them are in string format. Now let's say z is equal to, or c. Let's say c is equal to a plus b. And we want to print c. Now, what do you think c would be? What do you think the output would be here? If we print this, we get 11. So the thing to note here is, when you add strings together, they combine. There's no arithmetic going on behind it. They simply combine. If we did a minus b, you would notice that nothing happens, nothing works. You get an error, right? That's because we can't use arithmetic operations here. The addition sign is just used to combine two strings together. That's why we get 11. But now suppose I did something like int a plus int b. Now if I run this, what do you think we should get? We get 2, because now both of them are integers, and we can do calculations on them. So now if I say minus, we should get 0, right? Now suppose we wanted to compare them. We haven't talked about conditional statements yet, but I'm just going to show a quick preview here. So if we wanted to do something like, if a is equal to b, print hello. Now if I run this, you can see that hello is printed right now, because even though these two are strings, the content inside the string is still the same. Now if this was something like we or something, just some, random word, we wouldn't get anything. Oh, sorry, I still hit C there. So now if I run this, we won't get any hello, we won't get anything, right? Because now the content inside the string isn't the same. We have we in one string and 1 in the other string. Let's make this 1 again. But this time, we'll make it an integer. Instead of a string, it'll just be an integer, right? Now, if we run this, we won't get anything. We won't get any hello. Even though technically 1 and 1 are the same, their data types are different. A is a string, and B is an integer. And we can't really compare strings and integers. But if I said something like, if int a is equal to b, equal to b, print hello, you can see that hello is printed. Another thing I want to talk about is typecasting for floats to integers. So let's say we have money again. So money is equal to 0.99. And we want to convert this money to an integer. So we'll print out int money. Now, if we print this out, you would think that it would round up, right? It should go to 1, but it's actually going to round down. Even though it doesn't really make much sense, this will go to 0 instead of 1. So it will be 0. So if we had something like 2.55, this would go to 2. There's never going to be any rounding up here. It's always going to be rounding down when we have to go from float to integer. And that is all for this video. Typecasting is pretty simple, but in the next video we'll be looking at some more complex examples with conditional statements. So stay tuned for that, and I hope to see you in the next video.